Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
A bit of conditional engage right can find ways to start fights, but Grog is going to be the real one serving that, and the Renata pick, I think it's kind of strange, if I'm being honest.
So,
I mean, when we're hitting on LNG, wanting to play at arm's length, Mazel, Renata wants to play against Dive. You just pop the pillar and maybe even just force a flash off that, but look at the minimap. TN right now, angling for a gank top.
this is huge, actually. This has a huge angle, and the beautiful flash body slam, first blood for Top Esports at TN.
Great coordination coming out from the edge, right? Like maybe Wayward coming off on a flank, or if Knight can find a good angle. It's not like guaranteed engage, like let's say a Nautilus, or maybe if you had a Scion on the top side.
Yeah. The time up here is TN, though. But nothing really in response from Tarzan. We're just buying our time. All his steps up just a little bit too far, and he will take his second death of the game. Give it to TN.
Great to see from Top East. They're looking to contest on that top side right now.
And it's just showing heads-up play from Top Esports. Oh my God, Tarzan gets the steal. He's in there as well. The shock blast from Ala gets the kill. And now Realm Warp's coming in from onto Tarzan, trying to get some help further onto the fight. But that's a big turnaround for LNG.
It's just so sad for
my
TS.
God. The
Knight.
quickness, the prison connected after the flash. And Knight goes down to Doinby.
And there it is. Not as much as he likes. But looking now, LNG are making the move up toward top.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of cross-map action here. Second Dragon of the game will go to Top Esports on the bottom side, as this is where their strength lies. It seems like Jack
dedicated so many resources into shutting him down. And LNG now just going to keep enabling him. You look at the minimap, they have all of their vision up towards the top side.
Oh my God, Ala
Wayward
is actually putting some serious damage back, but Wayward with the beautiful plays and the cast to go on top of it. There's the flash body slam, and he is dead. Wayward gets a kill. He is playing alcove gameplay. Ryan is a little hard out because he is left all by his lonesome. He's going to buy a lot of time. Couple little stutter steps there, but Doinby will pick up the kill in the end.
Man,
out with the chocolate chip cookies. TN doesn't get to say anything about it, but we do have Jackie Love pushing in the tower here. First tower will go down, though, to LNG. Sub 13 minutes. So Doinby going up there to clean house on that one, get a little bit extra gold for himself. He is the gear that runs a majority of the function for Top Esports.
And for TS, they weren't able to find anything around mid, right? We did
a little bit aggressive. They're going to utilize the Rift Herald in mid lane now. And it's all about trying to snowball this into getting into a gold lead for LNG, because they've been trying to recoup some of the gold early on. That'll be the second tower going over to them. Eventually a little bit of a skirmish afterwards, as well as now Jackie Love has come into the mid lane. Second charge will go off. A little bit of damage on that tier 2 is going to do LNG nicely.
And it even helps guarantee the prio. They had members mid first, so they can turn on a dragon. And then this is where their poke really comes online, trying to dissuade TS.
Here comes TN, though, not quick enough to get to the dragon. First dragon will go over it. The hostile takeover not only hitting Tarzan, as he takes a couple swings at Awandi, but nothing else coming of it. TP to the mid lane to defend, as Top Esports show up and force all 5 members to try and claim their second tower of the game.
And Top Esports having the ability to move first, considering that they forced LNG to pivot down.
Wayward with the casks, but the turnaround, the bailout, is it enough for Wayward to survive? No, it's not, because Iwandi's going in for a double kill on the Rakan. TN, Knight, and Mark Jackie Love on their respective teams in those late game 5v5s. And I think it's so telling that we're starting to see that transition here. We're getting the Gale Forces onto the ADCs. We're getting that aggression that we love to see. I will say that we've already seen a lot of things go down. Wayward with the excellent casks and the focus down towards his bottom lane now might mean that we get some more shenanigans, as he is invaded on. He's in some trouble here, but he's trying to get the bailout in time. Iwandi, it's not dead yet, and he will go down finally. It's still, though, Wayward getting traded back. Game in this best of 5 and not putting all the eggs in the Knight basket, kind of expecting him to hold his own a little bit. But it's really the side of LNG that are shining in that trio, and as they pick up their second dragon of the game, we're tied up in those objectives.
Ultimate, but LNG are playing from such a long range, they actually do just kite it out. They just run away from it, and then you see on not much you could get here. So Top Esports having to force LNG into small pockets of control like here, and then maybe you could try and find some value.
They do connect the charm, the cask again, Moonlight Vigil, and Jackie Love. There's the hostile takeover you wanted, as they turn it on ahead. And TES, they don't take the tower, but they at least get out with a couple kills. Iwandi and Tarzan down. They are turning onto the Baron. It is all about the snowball for Top Esports.
Yeah, and they're just going to go for this one. A lot of ultimates burned. Actually, every ultimate burned from Top Esports on the side of that play. But with LNG losing 2 members, looks like they're just going to commit for a gold trade. Pushing heavily in the mid lane, taking away some camps.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
okay.
You know, he is putting you into a position where you literally don't have anything to say about your champion, and he's just getting a full combo of damage down and setting up the rest of the team. That's what's so scary is you see that combo of the Top Esports realize they are on a power spike with this Baron buff. They can push up on it. And I think that's something for Top Esports that's been so crucial for them. When they get a lead, they push it forward every single time and try to make your life hell. Not LNG moving into dissuade that a little bit here in the bottom side, trying to clear out some vision for themselves. They might find themselves in a skirmish, though, as they are getting locked down. Iwandi going with the quickness, the grand entrance onto 2 of them. Damage is down, but Moonlight Vigil comes out from Jackie Love, and nobody has touched Jackie Love yet. You still got to get the ADCs. They are the focus, but Light is on the side here. Light is trying to get excited. He's caught. That's a big accelerated shock blast. And they get them all. It's LNG coming out with a fight. It's TES with their hand in the cookie jar this time.
And that's what you need to see. Not allowing to enter. Not only now are they going to pick up Dragon, but answering with turrets, answering with camps, denying Top Esports gold experience and everything on the map.
Everything indeed. Third Dragon will go over to LNG. That's 3 Hextech Dragons back to back to back. One more for the soul. And it just like that.
AoE coming out from the side of TS's composition as well.
TS just seem like they want to fight here as they're positioning for it. Flash over the wall. Doinby is on to Jackie Love. But the hostile takeover comes back. Doinby in some trouble now. He is focused down. Now you get the resets from Tien. He's back onto the back line. Re-engaged from Iwandi, but he is obliterated. And LNG have been dusted. This is the chaos. This is where TS thrive. Point blank TP from Wayward. Maybe not the best into that one, but it's an ace for TS.
Up in 4 seconds, but Top Esports going to try and turn this one into a Baron.
They tried to go for the mid lane, did not decide to continue with it, and will turn back onto the Baron, but it burns down so quickly here. The Top Esports, they're getting TP'd on, though. Doinby trying to make up for it. No, decides to go to the mid lane and clear that one out, because that might be a little overzealous if we're talking about overzealous. Mega Death Rock.
Play pattern. Instantly, Top Esports are able to turn with the amount of CC that they have on the board. 2 bursts out the Ryzen again, then having numbers advantage from that. They can
We're
fall
right
through.
back in
but
it.
Mazel, this is what I want to see.
We are right back in it. Soul is secured by LNG. They have the Hextech Soul. Huge amounts of damage, but here comes Wayward. Kaskin on the flank. You got Knight. He's trying to get in with a Spear Rush, but he can't do so. Has to get right back out. Doinby in the front line, putting in some AoE, but now he's left out to dry. LNG, you got to save your mid laner. They don't do so. Hostile takeover will not hit anybody, but Top Esports, Iwandi with the re-engage. LNG, this could be the turnaround fight, but you're getting the reset now, and here comes Top Esports. Jackie Love is carrying the game. Knight is coming through clutch, and somehow they lose the soul, but they might just win the game.
And LNG were the ones who opted into that, right? Iwandi turned back onto TS, thinking they had the damage to pull through. Tien had the Guardian Angel, though, so you committed so heavily onto the Viego, he's able to get the revive, and now Top Esports can just look to end the game.
Tien almost dead, but Ala flashing away from Knight. They're pushing onto the towers. Iwandi wants to stop this. This could just be game number 1 going down. And TES, you thought it was rocky, but they had it all along, apparently. Ala doesn't really have anything to say about this as Jackie Love is onto the Nexus. They want a couple more kills. They want to pad those KDAs, but it's the Nexus they have their eyes set on, and Mark will auto-attack it one more time to finish it off. Top Esports.
But either way.
Let's go. Yes.
0-2 so far in playoffs, Mazel. 0-2 coming out. In both games, we've seen it play. Side could be really impactful if he can find the Spirit Rush forward. Maybe land a key charm onto the members of LNG.
Not level 6 yet. The engage comes in from LNG. The fear connects. Who's going to die first? It's going to be Tarzan. And afterwards, Iwandi quickly follows him to the Death Realm. Knight chasing down Light, but Doinby is trying on the back here. They haven't found a single. Ox had tweeted about it earlier, was the fact that I don't even get to speak about it. Sorry, Ox, the mid lane is going down. Charm not connecting from Knight, but it didn't matter. Doinby goes down. He has no response. He approached these fights because they are approaching the fights, at least in terms of competition, a lot of the same that they did in game number 1.
Yeah, we do see something shaking up as TS once again try and find something with him, but you can't fight on windows where Top Esports already have the setup. And since you're behind, you can't really get favorable setup yourself. A lot of it's going to come down to, again, giving up something somewhere to force somewhere else on the map for their side.
And that's another thing here when you look at the composition. It is terrifying to go, like, you set yourself up for a 5v5 fight, right? You have a very stable composition itself. But that's kind of what Top Esports wants you to do, right? They're waiting for you to group up to get an unstoppable force, a hostile takeover, or some more kills. As Knight gets the engage onto Iwandi. Wayward's here, unstoppable force onto Light. They can't connect the damage, but the lights go out. Hostile takeover comes clean. Iwandi goes down to Knight, and the rest of LNG are running for the hills. Allah is down. The last Spirit Rush available for Knight does not connect the damage onto him, as it is a double kill for Knight himself.
To fully commit and find these fights.
And I can appreciate Light trying to, like, turn around, get a couple pop shots in at the last second. But the lights go out again. Who's got the power to the light switch? It's TN.
Forward is going to be quite hard. All of Top Esports grouped up as a 5-man. Iwandi's ult wasted.
TES are here, though. Wayward is not with unstoppable force. He needs to watch out. He's getting into trouble. Hostile takeover, though. He's beautiful from the other side. And here comes the reinforcements for Wayward. Mega Death Rocket hits from Light, though. And it is, unfortunately, his life. He has to
commit 3 members.
Momentum.
First kill, you're right. Woo!
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't know if we cast a curse here or what. He's caught out a little bit. He has the rest of his team there, but here comes the Nocturne. Charm will not connect, but the Moonlight Vigil does, and the AoE is all there. TES wipe the floor with the 3 in the bottom lane, the 4 rather, as it's another huge takeaway. And LNG might have got 1 kill, but it's all TES.
They were hoping to push down, get that bot lane, get some bounty gold, and try and find their way back. They're trying to, you know, take some risks to be able to get ahead. Well, not get ahead, but get back in the game. Sadly, though, Allah not around the fight as well, so you didn't even have the numbers advantage that you would have from killing Wayward. And now for the side of TS, just going to turn towards the Baron.
They will burn this down, and very, very quickly so. Their lead is helping them so much. But the thing is here that I want to highlight, TS themselves have adapted into the series itself in both of them so far, it feels like. Mega Death Rocket will
highlight is maybe we get an engage here, so maybe I shouldn't highlight anyone.
Keep on fighting. Here is Valstyle takeover, goes across 3 members. Iwandi getting hit by Light, but now Tarzan with the Crescent Guard will not buy that much time. Here comes the light switch, and here comes TES. It's all black and red, and Allah, the only one left for LNG. He'll be run down to the dirt just like the rest of his teammates. He gets 1 back, the 2nd kill for LNG, but it's a participation trophy in this 2nd game.
And for LNG, it's just so hard to play against a Nocturne Malphite. You see Light. I mean, you don't even really get to play this game as an AD carry with the composition on the opposite side, and TS might just brute force this one home. There's only 10 seconds on Light, so maybe not able to fully do it, but instantly pivot towards that top side. You see TN taking Dragon, and that's the play I really want to highlight. TN, I feel like, has been so hit or miss this split. A lot of games just going in, giving kills over to the opposite side with some really bad timed invades. But this game, and so far in the series, TN playing extremely well. Able to play out through a front to back. Mark always at Jackie Love's side, making sure none of the dive threat coming through from the Nautilus or the Xin Zhao reaches him. He's DPSing freely. And once again, Wayward goes.
This is exactly it. This TES do not let you breathe, as they already take down Light. They've already taken down Iwandi. And here comes Knight with a beautiful charm in top of it. Everybody's dead. Again, for like seemingly the 1,000th time, Allah, the only one alive. He's just running for the hills, but the base is in tatters here for LNG.
I mean, now for TS, they're just going to go in. Mark here going to come and stop recalls. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe just
does
needs
he
a bro
handshake
and
it? Oh, he's going to use the hostile takeover. He didn't want to get close enough just in case for the handshake. We do see the handshake, though, going over to TES as they take down the Nexus for the 2nd time of the night. 1 step away for Top Esports from double elim in the spring playoffs.
I got to say, I think it would have been way able to do a lot And now I'm very curious to see what TS go with. They do just end up locking in the Graves, so they're going to have the pushing power. Obviously takes things like the fleet footwork, so we'll have the healing in terms of like extended like short trades coming out. They're going to posture off with Doonby having an angle.
That's a nice little round warp to get in, and this means LNG have taken pole position in front of this Dragon, but the grand entrance, the Dragon reset, and TN gets the kill, first blood. They are traded back immediately though, and it's a scrappy fight. Doonby staying alive, flashing over the wall. Knight chasing him down, gets him. Jackie Love dies to Tarzan, and Light and Tarzan survive. Dragon goes to LNG as well. I feel like Jackie Love has his spider senses tingling a little bit here, Lyric, as maybe not, because he just stepped right back up. The Realm Warp coming in. The cleanse is not enough because the Glacial Augment is there. Jackie Love dies to Light.
Yeah, Jackie Love going down. This was the play we were just...
LNG's first tower of the game.
And LNG just going to commit to the cross map, knowing that Top Esports have the first move down to bot side, so TES now just holding Knight up to top to try to, absorb some of this XP, slow down the push a little bit. LNG do get one turret, but I do feel like they are at least in a decent position going into the mid game.
Oh.
Hey, we're back!
We're back, and
Out of
Mark with
nowhere.
the grand entrance. Knight has the connection. Doonby still pretty tanky though on this rise, and now Mark is in some serious trouble here as Tarzan picks up his second kill of the game.
And crucial.
And LNG look like they want to contest here as well, as they are setting up in front of this.
Tarzan.
TP now coming in from the bottom lane on Ala. We have Wayward joining here. He has the TP available. Charm connects on Iwandi. Iwandi dies to Wayward. Beautiful collateral damage, and Mark goes forward. Moonlight Vigil, and Tarzan's down. This is tragedy for LNG. They didn't even need to fight this fight. Doonby dies too, and that's 3 shots across for Top Esports. A second Dragon goes to TES.
I mean, Top Esports have full control over vision in this river, so LNG would be walking blind. They're a relatively short-range composition, something Aphelios thrives into, having Knight the whole time throwing out Qs, so they were just have to use the Herald for topside because they have 2 members there. Can now drop this one down mid. They're going to be able to guarantee a turret here.
That's another brick in the wall for Top Esports, a second-tier tower in the mid lane. That this way as well. They will have at least a little bit of a push out in the mid lane itself, but it's still going to be very scary to walk in here as Wayward baiting out all the abilities. There's the move fall, but it doesn't matter because TES are coming in with a vengeance afterwards. The Feather Recall is not going to be enough as now it's just a front to back, and Knight is picking them apart. They get one back. Jackie Love falls, but it's the Knight show in this third game. It's the TES show in this third game, and they're on to the Dragon. The Dragon going down to Tien. Now they have to make out here as Ala and
Iwandi super low with the Spirit Rush coming out from Knight. Doonby walking forward to try and secure the kill. And Jackie Love is able to do it, but you gave up so much.
Oh, Wayward gets caught out here. The grand challenge is alive and well, and Ala gets the healing back. Here comes the Realm Warp from Doonby. This is the kind of turnaround you need from LNG. They need to find something here.
To answer the wave that LNG are pushing in. So overall, just nice win coming out from the side of LNG to keep, get the game closer to a neutral state, to inch
round around the way for Ala on the side here, but Knight on the back. You got to look for the Dragon here. 3,000 health, Tien, Crescent Guard, and it will be secured by TES. What about the fight after Iwandi's already down? So is Tarzan. You got a big Blade Collar potential for Light, but Light getting flashed on by Knight. It's not going to be up yet, though. Tien is back in on the Doonby. Doonby goes down. 5 members from Top Esports still alive, and Top Esports destroy LNG.
Top Esports get sold. Top Esports get all the kills. They can start pivoting up towards topside to take this Baron, and it's looking like a matter of time, Mazelf. Top Esports making their way to a 3-0 statement over LNG.
And it is catastrophe, disappointment, absolute tragedy for this to be going down against LNG. The way that they've had their season go, it cannot go down that way, but it's happening before our very eyes. Baron goes to TES, and TES rule all in this series.
Yeah, I mean, a massive.
TES just come up with it all.
So Crescent Guard, so Tien once again kind of being the big standout. Thank you for being my eyes, Mazelf. Remote production always a bit rough. Is Wayward.
He's in some trouble.
He's gone.
Down to Doonby. Tien just showing himself there with the rest of TES. They could route Tarzan, and here you go. Audacious charge over the wall. TP coming in, though. for some reinforcements for LNG. Is it enough? Tarzan just dies. Oh no, Iwanti! What are you doing? He just walks in and gets blasted. Doinby is trying to round more bout, will not succeed. A double kill tonight, and everything for LNG is gone. They just over and over again force these fights and die every time. The flash from Knight will seal the deal, and there's only one left, and it's Light.
Late game scaling in terms of Fiora coming through, but again, a lot of that was kind of built on enabling your Fiora to force the 1v1, trying to find the 4v4 skirmishes on the opposite side. Now that TS already have Soul, it feels like it's gone. With the massive gold leads as well, the item advantage is on their side. Knight, 25 stacks on the Medjais. LNG feel like they just run out of time.
Inhib tower will go down. The biggest
LNG
thing.
just kind of like rammed their fist into the wall, hoping it would break it. And you know what? Now they're at the hospital.
Yeah, a couple
Good job,
broken
LNG.
fingers for LNG there, but this is a terrifying position. It's like being in the water with a shark while there's a big chunk of chum waiting right next to you. Because the way that TS play, they will smash these leads into your base, into your face, and we're seeing it already. Look at all this vision. Look at all this control. They will not let LNG leave their base, and they will continue to push in these towers.
And for TS, I like that they're also covering potential engages from LNG, right? Because if they're playing out through 3 lanes, it opens up the Diana.
Wayward gets caught though. Big wombo combo as Wayward already down, but look at the backline. Jackie Love has red and white, and he's ready to fight. Knight is still full health as well. Mark, a little bit worse for...
I mean, they just have no good way of getting in here, right? And I mean, we even see now Knight might even be on full build as the item just kind of went down. Jackie started this up himself. Knight!
Yeah, I want
finds the pick.
Dead. That's the Magi's. That's the stacks. That's the Realm Lord from LNG, but the Elder Dragon's already down. Look at the Moonlight Vigil. They're moving forward. They want those flaps. They want the Elder Dragon. They want double Elim as LNG, the 4th seed of the LPL, the 7-win streak at the beginning of the season means nothing. LNG season will be over because of Top Esports, because of the momentum that this team has shown, and they are showing up for playoffs.
And Top Esports, a team that had to change their roster numerous times throughout this split, bringing in Wayward, bringing in Market, bringing TN back, able to bring it together.
One last time, the kills go down. Disappointment for LNG, but Top Esports have a date with Destiny. They have a date with Double Elim, and they have a series against V5 on the horizon.
Yeah, my